Most Microsoft enterprises think Copilot is their AI strategy. It's not. What's actually happening is more important. Copilot is quietly training your organization how AI assistants behave in the real world, what they're good at, where they struggle, how humans must supervise them. If you don't recognize that lesson, you'll miss the real opportunity, embedding assistants safely into the systems that actually run your business. In this video, you'll learn why Copilot should be understood as a training ground, not a final AI solution. What Copilot teaches about where assistants add value, where assistants fail when structure is weak, why Copilot reduces fear and builds organizational intuition, how those lessons transfer directly into new and legacy .NET business applications, and why assistants must come before agents in enterprise systems. Part 1. Why Copilot should be understood as an AI assistant, not a complete AI solution. Microsoft Copilot is often discussed as if it is the AI strategy. That framing is misleading. Copilot is an AI assistant. It lives at the interface layer. It helps users interact with existing systems, documents, and data. It does not own business logic. It does not define work. And it does not automate processes end-to-end. That distinction matters. Copilot works because Microsoft already has clearly defined capabilities underneath it. Email exists. Documents exist. Calendars exist. Permissions exist. Audit trails exist. The assistant simply helps humans navigate those systems faster. This is why Copilot feels helpful instead of dangerous. It operates inside guardrails that were already there. The mistake many organizations make is assuming Copilot represents advanced AI. In reality, it represents responsible AI placement. It sits where AI adds value, without owning decisions. That pattern is exactly how assistants should be embedded inside enterprise.NET applications. Part 2. What Copilot teaches organizations about what AI assistants are actually good at. Copilot unintentionally delivers a curriculum. It teaches users what AI assistants are genuinely good at. They summarize information, they explain unfamiliar content, they draft starting points, they help users explore large bodies of data, they reduce friction in repetitive knowledge work. These are assistive tasks, not ownership tasks. Copilot does not decide priorities. It does not resolve conflicting business goals. It does not replace accountability. That boundary builds trust. When assistants stay assistive, confidence grows. When they are pushed into decision ownership, reliability drops. This lesson transfers directly into internal .NET systems. If your accounting application, compliance workflow, or inventory platform has financial consequences or regulatory exposure, an assistant should support the workflow, not replace it. Copilot shows enterprises that AI assistants shine when they help humans think, navigate, and act, not when they replace judgment. Part 3. What Copilot also teaches where AI assistants fail when misused. Copilot also teaches a quieter lesson. AI assistants struggle with ambiguity. When inputs are unclear, results degrade. When documents conflict, answers wobble. When business rules are implicit, responses become unreliable. This is not a model limitation alone, it is a structure limitation. Copilot performs best where Microsoft products already have defined boundaries. Clear ownership, clear inputs, clear outputs, clear permissions. When that structure is missing, Copilot exposes it. The same principle applies to internal .NET systems. If your application has undefined workflows, inconsistent data, or undocumented business logic, an AI assistant will amplify those weaknesses. Copilot doesn't fix broken work, it reveals it. That realization prevents organizations from chasing automation prematurely. Part 4. Why Copilot is a low-risk learning environment for enterprises. One of Copilot's greatest values is organizational, not technical. It is sanctioned, it is familiar, it is embedded in tools employees already trust. That makes it a safe learning environment. Every time an employee uses Copilot to summarize a report or draft a response, they are learning how to supervise an AI assistant. They learn where it helps, where it drifts, when to verify output, when to override it. That repeated exposure reduces fear. It normalizes interaction. Organizations can observe behavior patterns without risking production systems. They see where users overtrust AI. They see where users ignore it. They see which roles benefit most. Think of Copilot as a flight simulator. No production crashes, no regulatory exposure, no architectural damage, just structured learning. Enterprises that recognize this treat Copilot as preparation, not destination. Part 5. How Copilot lessons transfer directly into new and legacy .NET business applications. Once teams understand Copilot, the transfer becomes obvious. An AI assistant inside a .NET application should follow the same pattern. It should call existing APIs, surface relevant data, explain outcomes, guide users through workflows, respect permissions and logging boundaries. It should not own business rules, replace approval logic, execute irreversible actions autonomously. Your .NET application already contains services, validation rules, and workflow engines. Embedding a Copilot-style assistant is not reinvention. It is interface extension. The same business logic remains intact. The same audit trails remain intact. The same security model remains intact. The assistant becomes another controlled interface, like a dashboard or a form. That keeps systems testable, auditable, and safe. Copilot teaches that assistants are translators between humans and structured systems. That pattern scales beautifully inside both new and legacy .NET environments. Part 6. Why assistants must come before agents in enterprise systems. Many organizations jump from Copilot straight to autonomous agents. That's premature. Assistants help humans perform work. Agents perform work themselves. Copilot trains users on assistant behavior first, and that order is intentional. If an assistant cannot reliably explain a workflow, it cannot safely execute it. If an assistant cannot surface uncertainty clearly, an agent will amplify risk. Enterprise autonomy must be earned. Copilot reinforces discipline by never pretending to be autonomous. That lesson applies directly to .NET systems. Assist first, instrument second. Automate carefully. Organizations that skip this progression introduce instability. Part 7. How to think about Copilot as a stepping stone, not a destination. If your organization uses Copilot effectively, that's already progress. But if you stop there, you miss the deeper opportunity. Copilot is training your teams to understand assistant behavior, where it helps, where it fails, where human oversight matters. That understanding transfers directly into internal business systems, if you intentionally apply it. The future is not Copilot everywhere. The future is Copilot-style assistants embedded responsibly into the applications that run your enterprise. That future starts with recognizing what Copilot really is, a training ground. Copilot isn't the destination, it's preparation. The organizations that recognize that will build safer, more effective AI assistants inside their own .NET systems. Lower fear, increase understanding, extend responsibly. If this perspective resonates, you'll find more practical, execution-focused AI guidance across my work. Thanks for watching.